Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan. I don't know how to do that one. Stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. We are strong, shoulder to shoulder, keep moving on. Resilience. Make a new plan, stand up again and say, yes, we can. Resilience. How old school to be writing out a list. I should have been doing like this or something. All right, so AJ has picked a really interesting last hymn. Yeah. So we're going to just preview it here a little bit in a little lower key than we will do it at the end. But I did put the music on the slide at the end, so you won't be fully without help. But this is it's very chant-like. So we'll do it here to just sort of learn it, and then during the service we'll do it several times. So I'll sing a verse, I'll sing a line, and I'll have you sing it back. Oh, no, I don't want to be in that key, but thanks. I'm going to be in a lower key since I'm very vulnerable out here. Thank you. That's why I was like, I'll do my own key. Thank you very much. Be ye lamps be ye lamps unto yourselves. Be ye lamps unto yourselves. Be your own confidence. Be your own confidence. Hold to the truth within yourselves. Hold to the truth within yourselves as to the only lamp. As to the only lamp. Now you may be surprised to hear that this song makes me think of a truck commercial, which I guess kind of goes with resilience. So this is our truck commercial pre-service stuff. But the reason it does is there's a truck commercial where the voiceover says, confidence isn't something from within. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought that's exactly what confidence was, right? They're like, no, confidence is having a big truck and driving it out in the wilderness. So this song is the exact opposite of that. The lamp within yourselves, that's where your confidence is. So we'll do a little echo one more time, and then during the service you'll see it up there. So here we go. Be ye lamps unto yourselves. Be ye lamps unto yourselves. Be your own confidence. Be your own confidence. Hold to the truth within yourselves. Hold to the truth within yourselves as to the only lamp, as to the only lamp.
Our opening words are from Reverend Gretchen Haley. Though you have been warned and given plenty of explanations, reasons to do otherwise, you have persisted to claim a life of joy and justice, to carve out this time, this space, for the renewal of your own heart. Despite all the reasons, the resistance, fighting for your attention, luring you toward fear, you persist to practice gratitude for this day, this life that has been given this chance to begin again. And so let us gather that we might offer one another courage, strength, healing, hope, and this promise to persist in kindness, persevere in compassion, and prevail in a life that is for more than ourselves. Come, let us worship together. Please rise now in body or spirit and join in hymn number 168, One More Step.
Our chalice lighting words today are by Ray Bradbury. We are cups constantly and quietly being filled. The trick is knowing how to tip ourselves over and let the beautiful stuff out.
It's time for all ages. If the kids and the young anglers would like to join me up here on the park.
Is it? It's on? All right, gather round, kids. We are reading Taco Falls Apart. Our theme for the week is suffering, so this is Taco and he's suffering. Meet Taco. Everyone expects so much from him. He must stand tall. He must be open. He must stay strong. But one day, Taco hits his breaking point. The world wants too much from me, he cries. Taco cracks, tips over, and falls apart. Oh no, what's wrong? What's happening? I think I'm terrible at being a taco. I feel terrible, and everything I do is terrible. I can't even stand up or keep it together. I'm done. The beans gasp. This is awful, says the avocado. The onions form a ring and start crying. Enough, Taco. You can change all this, says Nacho. Once you know about think, feel, do. You said it yourself, says Nacho. You think you are terrible, so you feel terrible, and now you won't do anything, and that's terrible. That's loopy, says the lettuce. I feel dizzy, says Taco. Shake things up, Taco, says the salt. If you change what you think, then what you feel and what you do will change too. Yippee! But how? Asked Taco. Think about what makes you terrific, says Nacho, and you'll feel better. We think about being crisp instead of wilty, says the lettuce. I'm sour, says the cream, but I add terrific flavor. We make farts, say the beans, but we are good for the heart. Your turn, Taco, says the cheese. Turn terrible to terrific. I'll never figure out this thinking stuff. Wrong never is not helpful for any kind of thinking. And it is not even true. You've figured out hard stuff before. Think about what you can do and try again. Taco sighs. Why bother? I'm just going to fall apart again tomorrow. Wrong. Are you a fortune teller or a taco? Helpful thoughts only, please. Do you have a crystal ball? Do you really know what's going to happen? Can you see our future? Taco thinks for a long time. Well, I think there are days when I stand tall and hold things all together, says Taco. And thinking about what I can do makes me feel kind of terrific. So now I want to do this. Taco stands up. Come on, everybody. Let's pull it together. Group hug. Hooray! Do you see? Taco held it together. Now Taco thinks a lot about his thoughts. Some days he falls apart. Some days his shell cracks. But when Taco thinks about what he can do, he feels strong and stands tall, and life all around seems super terrific. Okay, that's the end. And if the kids would like to come join us. Oh, nope, that's for Sunday school. Thanks, everybody.
Alligator after a while, crocodile, we send you out with love and a smile. Thank you for the lessons that you freely share, from the way you play to the way you care.
This reading is by Rick Hansen. Here's an updated parable from the ancient Taoist teacher Chung Tzu. Imagine that you're floating in a canoe on a slow-moving river, having a Sunday picnic with a friend. Suddenly there's a loud thump on the side of the canoe and it rolls over. You come up spluttering, and what do you see? Somebody snuck up on your canoe, flipped it over for a joke, and is laughing at you. How do you feel? Okay, now imagine the exact same situation again. Picnic in the canoe, loud thump, dumped into the river, coming up spluttering, and what do you see? A large submerged log drifted downstream and bumped into your canoe. This time, how do you feel? The facts are the same in each case. Cold and wet, picnic ruined. But when you think you've been targeted personally, you probably feel worse. The thing is, most of what bumps into us in life, including emotional reactions from others, traffic jams, illness, mistreatment at work, they're like an impersonal log put into motion by 10,000 causes upstream. Say a friend is surprisingly critical towards you. It hurts, for sure, and you'll want to address the situation, from talking about it with the friend to maybe disengaging from the relationship. But also consider what may have caused that person to bump into you, such as misinterpreting your actions, health problems, pain, worry, anger about things unrelated to you, their temperament, personality, childhood experiences, the effects of culture, economy, or world events, and even causes back upstream, like how his or her parents were raised. Recognize the humbling yet wonderful truth. Most of the time, we are bit players in other people's dramas. When you look at things this way, you naturally get calmer, put situations into context, and you don't get so caught up in me, myself, and I. And then you feel better, plus more clear-headed about what to do. How? To begin with, have compassion for yourself. Getting smacked by a log is a drag. Also, take appropriate action. Keep an eye out for logs heading your way. Try to reduce their impact and repair your boat. That is, your relationship, health, finances, career as best you can. And maybe think about finding a new river.
Will you join me now in a time of prayer and meditation? And our prayer this morning is from Rebecca Savage. Spirit of life, Spirit of love, eternal mystery beyond and within, receive the meditations of our hearts and prayers this day. We acknowledge that so much of this experience of being human dances in complexity, challenge, and heartbreak. We acknowledge that there is so much that we carry each day, the way others have let us down, made us feel overlooked, unappreciated, not fully welcomed as who and how we are. We name for ourselves that to be human, finite beings in an infinite universe is to exist in a world that can be cruel, all too cruel, and that sometimes we sip from bitter cups of cruelty and pass it on to others. Sometimes we fall short of remembering that we live in a sacred interdependence, and that our strength, our wisdom, our kindness, compassion, and grace are all blessings in the service of the greatest good. With humility, may we reflect on our shortcomings, and with gentle hearts seek that deeper path of living through forgiveness and generosity of heart. Spirit of life, transcendent, holy essence around and within us all, help us this day to fully embrace that we are a people of faith and that we believe that another world is possible, is already here within us, if only we choose to return to that hopeful possibility again and again. To be resilient is to proclaim that our love and legacies of love shall endure and make changes in our lives, our families, community, and our world. May we embody resilience each time we persevere. May we embody resilience as easily as we breathe. May our resilience create ripples of possibility for those who seek us as beacons for sanctuary and liberation. Blessed be, may it be so, and amen.
This reading is from the Dhammapada, or the Sayings of the Buddha, as rendered by Thomas Byram. Live in joy, in love, even among those who hate. Live in joy, in health, even among the afflicted. Live in joy, in peace, even among the troubled. Live in joy without possessions, like the shining ones. The winner sows hatred because the loser suffers. Let go of winning and losing and find joy. There is no fire like passion. There is no crime like hatred. There's no sorrow like separation, no sickness like hunger, and no joy like the joy of freedom. Health, contentment, and trust are your greatest possessions. Freedom is your greatest joy. Look within. Be still. Free from fear and attachment, know the sweet joy of the way. How joyful to look upon the awakened and to keep company with the wise. How long the road to one who travels with a fool. But whoever follows those who follow the way discovers family and is filled with joy. Follow then the shining ones, the wise, the awakened, the loving, for they know how to work and forbear. Follow them as the moon follows the path of the stars.
Good morning, Lincoln. Good morning. My name is Reverend A.J. Galazin. I'm your interim minister. My pronouns are he and his. And I want to welcome everyone joining us today, both here in this sanctuary and on YouTube. Wherever you are on your spiritual, ethical, or questioning journey, you are welcome here. As a beloved community, we set aside time to recognize the cycle of life and death and the circle of love, compassion, and caring that is at the heart of this community. For those who wish to speak their joys, concerns, milestones, and prayer requests in person, please attend our service of silent witness at 11:15 today. Here in this sanctuary. All are welcome at this monthly gathering of deep listening. Whether or not you have something to share, please join us. This morning's sermon is the result of a church auction item won by Mary Kay Stillwell. So if you don't like my sermon this morning, please tell me. If you like this sermon, please thank Mary Kay. And Mary Kay is at home today, resting from recent knee surgery. Our thoughts are with her. For many years, I was a bi-coastal traveler from Lake Superior to the Mississippi River. I worked and went to school in Minneapolis 4 days a week, went home to Wisconsin the other 3 days, down and back and forth every week. The regularity of the 4-hour drive each way was mind-numbing. But I loved having two different places to engage my life. I created two explicit containers for my various experiences. And then something happened. I don't know why and I don't know how. But eventually, that time in between, my solitary time on the road, became a sacred and holy place. It took hold of me. I could not control it, and yet I was still the one driving the car. I entered a peaceful zone of clarity in those in-between times. And many amazing ideas and poetic fragments came to me from seemingly everywhere. Epiphanies, if you will. Say that with me. Epiphanies. From Hermann Hesse's novel, Siddhartha, quote, "When someone seeks, it happens easily that his eye only sees the thing he is seeking, that he is not capable of finding anything or letting anything enter into him because he only thinks of that which he seeks. Because he has a goal, he is obsessed with the goal. Seeking means having a goal. Finding, however, means being free, being open, having no goal. You may indeed be a seeker, striving to reach your goal, yet you do not see many things that are just before your eyes." Close quote. Now, I've joked with you in the past that Lincoln seemed to me like it was on the edge of the known universe, and that there's nothing out there beyond your lovely city. Well, I was wrong. It turns out that Colorado is right next door. So last week I headed west beyond the great expanse of sand and grass to visit Denver and Boulder. Now, Denver was fun, but Boulder is my kind of town. It was off season, and there were still many people roaming the streets in colorful and hippie-style clothing, browsing bookstores, seeking curios in basements and attics. I had lunch at an actual vegetarian restaurant, not veggie options, but 100% vegetarian. And people were smiling at each other and at me, a complete stranger. Some were sipping drinks in tea rooms and sidewalk cafes. Buddhas and other celestial creatures gazed down from shop windows. All the leaves were gone, and I had a lovely walk on a sunny winter day. Was I in California? And then my realities shifted. The last time I was in Boulder was more than 40 years ago. I was a Dharma bum, a spiritual seeker who dropped out of conventional society to find my own path to enlightenment, traveling with friends, working odd jobs here and there, stacking wood at a lumber yard one day, and the next day pushing a broom somewhere. I remember working at an egg processing plant, cleaning carts, loading trucks, checking for broken eggs, literally walking on eggshells, when all of a sudden there was a great commotion, and most of the workers ran out of the place within a few minutes. There were only a few of us left, clueless about what was going on. Get back to work, they said. It was just an immigration raid. I still wonder why no one asked me for my identification or my papers or my passport. Why no one spoke to me or listened to my voice for suspicious Minnesota accents. I was a drifter with no permanent address. And this was the first encounter, my first encounter, with a secret police force that targets hardworking people using racial profiling as a method of tyranny, a cruel and oppressive rule. A secret police force now being used to broadly terrorize political enemies of the current criminal regime. From Wikipedia, quote, "The legend of Buddha tells of Prince Siddhartha sheltered in luxury by his parents to avoid a prophecy of becoming a spiritual leader. Escaping his palace one day and venturing outside, Siddhartha encountered the four sights: an old man, a sick person, a corpse, and an ascetic. These encounters revealed the inevitable suffering of old age. Siddhartha saw a frail elderly man, realizing that aging is inescapable. Sickness. He observed a person suffering from illness, realizing disease can strike anyone. Death. He witnessed a corpse being carried to cremation, understanding that all life ends in death. And an ascetic. Finally, he saw a wandering, peaceful monk who had renounced worldly life to find the root of these sufferings, inspiring him to seek a similar path." Close quote. The problem, reality, and promise of suffering is my topic this morning. Sylvia Boorstein is a popular Buddhist writer, and one of her books is titled, "Don't Just Do Something, Sit There." Now, if you're like me, it seems like I'm always busy, often too busy, trying to tick off all the to-dos on my various lists, and losing some of the joyfulness along the way. What could the Buddhists mean when they say, "Don't just do something, sit there"? Let me make a confession right now. I am a Buddhist. I have been a Buddhist far longer than I've been a Unitarian Universalist. There are many Buddhist schools and organizations, and I've been influenced by almost all of them. The teachings and customs that I consider most important include working to be a compassionate and calming presence. I build and maintain shrines for contemplation and refuge. And I practice living in the middle way, a philosophy that is not too solemn and not too enthusiastic, although I love enthusiasm. My aim is to walk a path of gentle cultural and moral sobriety. I try not to bring more suffering to the world or to project my own unresolved conflicts onto others. That is the goal. And it was my Buddhist path of compassion and engagement that led me to this free and liberal faith of Unitarian Universalism, which has expanded my connections and enriched my language of liberation, including justice, equity, transformation, independence, and generosity. Yes, JetPig, say it with me, JetPig. Newcomers have no idea what I just did. I am also a minimalist. I enjoy simple things, and I'm a big fan of Occam's razor. The idea that explanations with the least amount of confusion and unnecessary complexity are the most testable, the most practical. Buddhism, in my understanding, does not require any great stretches of sophistry. It suggests and offers a method that may or may not work for you, may not provide relief when applied to one's own life. If it works, great. If not, let's move on. One of Buddhism's gifts to the world is the elegant simplicity of the Four Noble Truths. And here is my simplification. Suffering, pain, discomfort, and disease are evident both in the world and in my life. Some things help, some things make it worse. Greed, desire, attachment, aggression, and indulgence create more suffering. But there is a practical end to suffering. I can actually be a source of love and kindness in the world. And when I make it my life's mission by deep intention and practice, good stuff happens. I believe it works. Now, Buddhism makes no sense to someone who has never felt pain, has never known grief, or has never faced disappointment. But for those of us that have endured the torture of physical, psychological, or spiritual suffering, we welcome the possibility of any relief. Chronic pain has a devious way of diverting all our attentions toward the agony of existence. In his book, Just One Thing, Developing a Buddha Brain One Simple Practice at a Time, Rick Hanson writes, quote, "Your brain works through a combination of excitation and inhibition, gas pedals and brakes. Only about 10% of our neurons are inhibitory, but without their vital influence, your brain would crash. In daily life, pausing provides you with the gift of time. Time to let other people have their say without feeling interrupted. Time for you to find out what's really going on. Calm down and get centered. Sort out priorities and craft a good response. Time both to bring cool reason to hot feelings and to enable wholeheartedness to soften hard-edged positions. Time for the better angels of your nature to take flight in your mind. Let yourself not act close quote. Both acting and not acting are easier said than done. That's why it takes practice. Buddhism is not something that will do the work for you. You still have to figure out how to run that stupid remote control. Why do I keep hitting the menu button when I want to hit pause? Why are there so many useless buttons on this thing? Calm down. Practice. Don't just do something. Sit there. Now, I don't want to live my whole life dwelling only on suffering. But I need to admit that suffering lives with me. Not necessarily inside or outside, but beside us, surrounding us, all of us. The waves of every human condition pass through us. Like the historic Buddha, we may have grown up in privilege, in luxury, in safe bubbles of illusion, unaware of the deep suffering caused by our own actions and the inevitability of age, sickness, death, and renunciation. Your assignment this week, should you choose to accept it, is to do nothing. Just sit there. And for extra credit, find the tiniest hint of joy where you least expect it. Not in any particular thing, in no thing, without doing anything. Blessed be, may it be so, and amen.
Thank you for joining us today. My name is Pam Wakeman, and my pronouns are she, her, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees here at the church. I want to offer a special welcome to those of you who are visiting for the first time. We're glad you're here, and please come back because we like to see you, and there's always something new and different. Each week, we do take up a collection to support the work of this church and our partners in the community. We do this because just as we all grow from our participation in this community, we all give back through our time, talent, and treasures. The ushers will now come forward to pass out our offering plates. Excuse me. For our online viewers, you might consider giving via text. Simply text UC Lincoln and the amount to 73256. That's UC Lincoln and the amount to 73256. The offering will be gratefully received. Just a couple of announcements today. After the service, you can join us in the gallery to make Valentines for our immigrant neighbors. We want to show them a little more love. The winter lecture series begins today. The 2026 topic is America First. Then and now. The lectures will begin at 3 p.m. in person and live stream. Links are in the Friday e-blast. And if you are new or relatively new, please join Stephanie by the tree outside the library. She'd love to meet you and answer any questions you may have. Thank you.